Peace be with you. This video is about what siratul mustaqeem is. Siratul mustaqeem roughly translates to as the straight path, and this is the path that every Muslim asks God to guide him on whenever they recite the Surah Fatiha. So whenever we say ihdina siratul mustaqeem, guide us on the straight path, we're asking God to guide us on a path which we need to know what it is. And Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was commanded by God himself in the 6th chapter of the Quran, verses 151 to 153. If you read these verses, you will see that they start with the Arabic word kul, which means say. It's a command. So Prophet Muhammad is receiving a commandment from Allah, from God, to say something, and I will tell you what he said in a minute. So whenever you see this word kul, you know that Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, obeyed God when he received the command to say something, so you can rest assured this is exactly what he said. So he got up in front of his people and he told them exactly this. So the verses go, Kul, say, come, let me tell you what your Lord has made haram or forbidden for you, that you should associate anything with him, and do good to your parents, and do not kill your children out of fear of poverty. We provide for you and for them. And do not approach fawahisha or sexual immorality, whether it's hidden or out in the open. And do not kill a soul that God has made forbidden except for the requirements of justice. These are his commandments to you that you may understand. So he's telling people something that's very important, and he tells them you have to understand this. Then he tells them, and do not approach the property of an orphan except in the most righteous manner until they reach maturity, and give full weight and measure with justice. So when you trade, be honest in business, be honest in commerce. We do not burden a soul beyond its ability. And when you speak, be just, even if it's against your own family, and keep your deal with God. These are his commandments to you, that you may be mindful, so that you can keep this in mind. And then he finishes by, and this is my siratul mustaqeem. So follow it, and do not follow any other paths, or they will lead you away from his path. These are his commandments to you, that you may be careful of your duty. So he actually said this to people, and we have to understand this. So when we say ihdina siratul mustaqeem, we have to understand that every single action defined or mentioned by Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, that God himself told him to mention to us, is a part of siratul mustaqeem. And if you look at the destroyed cities in the Quran, like people of Noah and Lot, and destroyed cities of Midian and Ad and Thamud, you will see that all of them violated one or two precepts that are mentioned by Prophet Muhammad as siratul mustaqeem, and they were destroyed for it. So this teaches us that this is the core of Islam. These actions, these behaviors, is what Islam is all about. They are the very core of it, and without mastering these behaviors, you can do whatever else you want. It's not enough. We have to master every single one of these behaviors that God himself defined to us as siratul mustaqeem. So that is what we're trying to achieve. Everything else is a tool toward that end. Fasting and Ramadan and prayer and salah, all of it is a tool to get us to grow into these beings that don't lie, that respect their parents, that don't cheat others in business or whatever, that do not commit fawahisha. And this is the goal of everything. So this is the core of Islam. And this is what Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, told his people, and this is the message we received ourselves. And he says this, that you may be careful of your duty, so that we may be the mustaqeem. So he told us this in no unclear terms. And this is what siratul mustaqeem is, and this is what is expected of us. This is the most important communication in the Quran. And this is what I want people to know. Peace be with you.